I've had 3 to myself today. There's no shame in my game. So yeah, I am in South Korea right now, and I am from Boston, Massachusetts. So I came a long way to study abroad, and I actually don't have like a real reason to coming here. You know, I know a lot of people actually have followed South Korea for a really long time, whether it was through K-pop or the fashion industry or whatever it was, the beauty industry. I don't have a real reason. It was kind of just I had 2 options. It was either this or Australia, and I decided to choose South Korea just because I feel like it was a little bit more out of my comfort zone, which it is. It's a lot out of my comfort zone. Nonetheless, I decided to come, and I am very proud of myself for actually following through because, like, the weeks were creeping up. I remember being home and the weeks keep creeping up, and I kind of was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Like, I don't really know what to do. Anyways, I did it, and here I am, really far from home, and I'm not gonna lie, a week being here, I was already homesick. I don't know what it was. It was almost like being a freshman in college again. I had a lot of, like, trigger things going on, like, I just missed my mom a lot and my dog. This is actually the longest I've been without them. I've been here for about a month now. So this is a really big deal for me. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself before going forward with this journey. I will try to record everything about South Korea, the good and the bad. Should I just do it right now? Okay, I'm just gonna do it right now. First impressions on South Korea. So my first impressions of South Korea, there's a lot of people here. Like a lot of people. And none of them look like me. So, I mean, I guess it was kind of the same like back where I go to school, which is New Hampshire. I go to University of New Hampshire, and which is 92% white people. And I also don't look like them. So that was also in itself a culture shock. So this is a little bit less. It feels less stressful than it was my freshman year. But still very similar, very familiar feelings that I'm feeling. I am being stared at like 24/7, whether if it's in the train, whether it's in class. Actually, one of my, I want to say like my second week here, I had a lady point at me before I did a big chop, which I did a big chop yesterday. I had an afro in the train, and a lady asked to touch my hair, and I let her touch it. And then yesterday I impulsively cut my hair because I felt like that was an emotional outlet. I know we're crazy girls, right? We always feel like we have to Britney Spears it. I swear if I had like a full-on, whatever it's called, what is it? Razor? No, it's not a razor. A machine thingy to shave my fucking hair off, I would. I actually probably would have. So good thing I didn't have it. But my hair is really short now. I don't even know what to do with it. It keeps falling out. Anyway, one thing that I'm really excited about being here is the fashion. Even though I have not participated in any like unusual fashion, like anything that's different than what I do at home, I actually suck. Like I actually probably care less being here. Everybody is just always so dressed up, and it is actually, you know, open light to the fact that I'm actually very simple. I'm a very simple person, and I don't feel like clothes are my passion. I mean, of course I like to look good because, you know, look good, feel good, blah, blah, blah. But before I got here, I thought I was more of a fashion person than I actually am. I just don't feel the need in wasting money in clothes anymore because I do seasonal cleanings, and I find myself throwing out so many pieces of like clothes. Like I've never worn these items sometimes, and I feel guilty because I always wear like the same 5. So, you know, it's a waste of money, and I think I've come to realization that I don't have to spend money on clothes just because I'm in South Korea. Oh yeah, FYI, I think that I'm a little discouraged because when I came here, I expected a lot more when it came to the fashion industry. Not that the people don't dress really nicely, but the clothes in itself. It's not anything you can't find online, you know? So I think that online shopping is still the best option for me because it's less stressful. I can Google exactly what I want. And yeah, the prices are, I could just see them on screen. Oh, I went to like an underground like mall kind of in Dongdaemun, and it's like in the subway, and you always negotiate the prices with the ladies, but you know them, they try to, salespeople always try to, you know, rack up the prices. So I just always like, you know, stood my ground when it came to prices and stuff. And you can actually get like good stuff for really cheap here, but you can also do that online. So I don't know. I personally, I'm not that impressed. Another thing about South Korea is that if you're of darker complexion, please stack up on the makeup and the hair products because you're not gonna find anything here for you. I actually just got back from like a really big mall, and they had so many. They had like Makeup Forever. What else did they have? They had other brands that were just like, you know, they range from really fair skin to really dark skin. But here, it kind of just stops at like a tan. And like, I mean, yeah. So my advice if you're coming here is just to stock up on the makeup products. Also, oh yeah, I have like a bunch. I did a questionnaire on my Instagram, and I actually got a shit ton of questions, which I'm really surprised about. But most of them, if not all of them, were all about food. Yes, the food here is so good. The food here is amazing. I actually am like loving it. I feel like I'm finding comfort in food, which is a bad thing because, you know, I still try to keep up with my health and stuff. But everything is so cheap. But everything is spicy. And if it's not spicy, it's sweet. And it's kind of aggravating because I remember the other day I went to a cafe with one of my friends. And we were excited to just kind of like, you know, get a bagel and some boba and whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, something that's not sweet. I'm gonna get a bagel, and the cream cheese was herbs, and I got a plain bagel. So I was like, can't go wrong with that. They had other kinds of sweet cream cheese. They had like raspberry, whatever, strawberry, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get the one that's sweet. It was sweet. And I don't know how you make a plain and herb cream cheese bagel sweet, but they managed to do it. And I couldn't finish it because I was just like, I don't know if it was bad because I was just so disappointed or it was actually not bad. Like, it was actually bad. It was actually bad. Like, it did not taste good. But yeah. And let me think, what else? Oh, another thing is I've been eating fish for breakfast here like every day. They have these little square seaweed things called kimbap. And what they are is like, they have different fillings inside of them. So you can get like tuna, you can get like salmon, you can get bulgogi, which is, I believe it's beef, yeah. And they wrap it around with rice and seaweed into a little triangle. And I eat that like every day for breakfast, but so does everyone else. So I think it's just the thing here. Also, I've been having a lot of fried chicken. The fried chicken here is so good. The fried chicken here is amazing. Like, actually, I thought I had really good fried chicken when I went down south to Texas. And then, no, nobody does it like Korea. Like, this is the place for fried chicken, okay? What else? Oh, yeah. Another thing that's really cool is that, like, karaoke here is almost like a tradition. What is it called again? I forgot what it's the name of it in Korean, but everybody just goes to karaoke here, and it's so fucking cool. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. Like, nobody's actually good, and you just, you know, sing. And the drinking culture here is huge. I was not much of a drinker before I got here. I still am not much of a drinker before I got here, but I've been doing a lot more drinking than I would typically do back in the States. And it's taken me a little bit off guard. I think it's kind of affecting my mood in a negative way, like throughout the day. So I'm definitely gonna, you know, ease down on that. I know my friends asked me to go out on Thursday. Might have to. Okay, so this weekend I'm actually going to Busan and I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna actually, this is probably gonna be the first thing that I film for you guys. I have a shit ton of videos, but I haven't shared them because I just feel like they're not really YouTube content. They're more of a personal thing. But I'm gonna see what I can do this weekend in Busan. It's supposed to be really, really pretty and colorful, which is unlike most of Seoul. Most of Seoul is really tall buildings, and yeah, I actually see a lot of similarities between Seoul and New York because of the way. Oh, another question that I got was, does it smell here? That's kind of rude to say, but yes, it does, because of the sewer systems and because it's just so many people. The popularity is just too much. It does get yeah, it smells. It's not all the time, but if you're walking down the street, you do get like really, like, you'll get knocked the fuck out. Like, the whiffs are pretty strong. And I remember my first week here, actually, me and one of my good friends, Jimmy, that I met here, we kept saying, like, who? Like, and it just keeps slapping you in the face, and it's very unexpected. So that's why people wear masks here. That's another question that I got on my on my Instagram, was, why do people wear masks here? And it's actually due to the pollution. So yeah, because of the pollution, people tend to wear masks. So there's two different types of masks that I actually learned this from my roommate. She told me that people wear, one, the mask with the filters, and that's, you know, due to the fact that the pollution and blah, 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 cleaner air. But then it's also a fashion statement here. So I actually got a mask. They're $1 each, and they're not reusable. So I was like, I don't even think I want this. Like, they're not, I don't know when I want to wear this. I'm not gonna spend whatever it is to be here for 5 months or 4 months. I'm not gonna spend that much in dollars for masks. I guess my lungs will have to get recuperated after I get back to the States, because whatever. But yeah, a lot of people just wear them for fashion, which is a little bit odd to me, but I think it's really cool because you see girls coming into class and I'm like, you totally didn't do your makeup or something. Oh yeah, another thing is, like, I've actually been noticing myself, like, wearing a lot more makeup than I usually do. Actually, I don't wear makeup back in the States, but here I've been very inclined to wear makeup on the daily. I usually just do it when I go out, or, like, you know, when I want to look different. Here I've been wearing it every day. My skin has not been reacting to it that well, but that's why I get Korean face skincare. Korean skincare. Korea has been, like, taking over the skincare world, and I'm actually exploring a lot more of it. I'm a little bit scared and a little reluctant due to the fact that a lot of their products do have bleaching things inside of it. And y'all, I love my melanin. It's not something that I want to ever get rid of. So yeah, I have to do a little bit more research. Also, I don't speak Korean, so it's really hard for me to actually read the labels and the ingredients that are in the back. I'm working on my Korean. I can't take a Korean course this semester, unfortunately, because I just am jam-packed with psychology classes. Oh yeah, also, I forgot to say that about myself. I am a senior at the University of New Hampshire. That is in New England. And I am a psychology and international affairs dual major with a minor in business. And I am here doing my international affairs half of it, but also taking my psychology courses, because for my international affairs major, it is actually a requirement for me to study abroad in another country for more than 2 months. So I could have done it summer term as well, but I'm not paying for the summer. So, and we all know that tuition in the States is a little bit ridiculous, if not a lot ridiculous. So yeah, so far I've actually been very stressed because I haven't been able to just set down a routine. And if you know me, you know that I need a routine and that I strive off routines. And you know that goes with mental health, emotional health, but also keeping school and work as a priority. I have been out of the gym, I want to say, for a month now, and I was gym scouting this past weekend with one of my friends, Bailey, and one of the funniest things was that well, I guess it was just this gym, but it was really messy. Like, the weights were all everywhere, and like we were both like, it's not this expensive, which is like $50 a month for this gym. So we got a little discouraged, but then we saw the gym on campus, and we thought it was gonna be, you know, way too expensive, but it was actually $5 the difference. And the gym on campus is a lot more than what we're usually typically used to back in the States. Yeah, a lot of people do outdoors things here while the weather is, you know, nicer, because it does get quite chilly here. It gets really dry. I wouldn't say that it snowed a lot like New England, but then again, I haven't been here for the winter. I do hear a lot that the snow melts before it actually builds up, so that's gonna be nice. Just like a cold winter without snow. I'm actually really excited for that because I don't like snow. It's gross. People do outdoors exercise like hiking. I actually went hiking in the Buksan National Park, and nobody told me that it wasn't beginner friendly. I'm not much. I love to hike, but I don't do it often. I don't know why, because I live in the Boomies, but I don't do it often as I should. I guess I do more than most. I guess, yes, I do more than people that don't live in the Boomies, but I don't know. Either way, it's not beginner friendly, and I went with one of my friends, Ishani. We both died multiple times. Like, actually, you guys, like, actually, I wish I was kidding. It was so steep, and, you know, we saw a helicopter, which meant that there was an accident. We found a really nice guy, though, because we got lost in the middle of the woods for about 2 hours, and a guy found us. It was like he was placed by God perfectly, like, hey, are you guys alone? And we were like, yes, help us. And I was like, help us get to the top. Yeah, we were like outside of the trail, like kept going outside of the trail, so who knew if we even made it. Anyways, that's kind of like the introduction that I have for South Korea. I guess what I'm excited for next is, I already visited a cat cafe, but I'm not a cat person, so I'm really excited about the dog cafes. I cannot wait, and I feel like today would have been a really good day to do that. It's still early, who knows, maybe I will go. No, I should do some homework. Yeah, I should do some homework. Oh yeah, the classes here, I could just, it's so hard for me to stay awake because a lot of their accents are really, really thick, and I just don't understand what they're saying. So I'm kind of just trying to follow along by reading the slides, which are in English. But it's really difficult still because, you know, a lot of the students don't feel comfortable speaking in English, so they ask a lot of the questions in Korean, which is a little frustrating because it is an English class. But I understand, you know, if you're not comfortable with the language, just like I'm not comfortable with Korean. Yeah, so classes here are a little bit hard for me just because of the language barrier. I still don't feel really comfortable asking questions as I would back in the States, but I guess that's just within time, you know. Oh, another thing, the subway here is so clean. It is amazing how clean it is. It's actually like functional, like it's not dirty, it doesn't have homeless, or not homeless, but like, I don't want to say drug addicts, I don't know what to say. They don't have like people asking for money, like begging outside or anything like that that's gonna make you sad or it's gonna make you uncomfortable. It doesn't smell bad. It has air conditioner, okay, and it's so convenient because it's only like $1. And they're really fast. Yeah. What else? You guys are actually on. Yeah, see what you're on. My ramen. That's kimchi ramen. I actually haven't tried this one. I'm gonna go actually make it right now. excited to make it right now. I just skipped my friend's dinner to do this video real quick. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself, and I hope I'm a little bit exciting. If not, I'm actually doing this for myself, not for you. Don't want to forget the memories, but yeah. This is my first day with a Big Chop number 2. Yes, this is my number 2 Big Chop. Obviously, I have more mental breakdowns than most of us, but it's okay. I just have to deal with it. I can't even put my hair up in one bun because it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna look like a 12-year-old for a while. Oh, look at this, it's coming out. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. I will probably post my first week here because I do have that in vlogs, and it's really cute because I'm still really excited and stuff. As of right now, I'm just still trying to settle down and not miss my family as much. But yeah, I hope this wasn't too boring and it wasn't a big waste of your time. And I do recommend you guys to visit South Korea because it's a really good place to, it's a really cool place to like live fast, but not in the US. Like, it's like a New York, but not in the US, I want to say. I don't know if that's a good comparison. There's no other place like Seoul. So, yeah, you guys should definitely come, and I will see you next time. I'm back with one more thing. I wanted to be helpful for anybody who is thinking of studying abroad here. This is the Annam dormitory double room. So I'm gonna give you guys a tour of our messy room. Don't judge us too much, but yeah, I thought this would be helpful because I know that when I was thinking of coming, I was going crazy because I couldn't find anything on the room. So this is outside our window. Okay, I guess I will just come in through the room. Ta-da! Oh, my roommate's wig. Wait, the room is a mess actually. But this is the bathroom, which is nice that you don't have to share a bathroom with the entire hall, because I know that back in the States, that was so annoying. Sharing a bathroom with like 300 people. Okay, bye guys.